Hello there. So a couple weeks ago I went out and did a bit of a book hunt. There is a video that you can go watch on that to try and find some old Legends books in the area at some secondhand bookshops. Didn't find a heap, but I did come away with some cool ones. I have Star Wars Jedi Trial, A Clone Wars, the novelization of Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I read this a lot as a kid. And I also found the Han Solo trilogy of books, which is these three. So look, not a fantastic haul, but I was pretty happy to find anything in this town because we don't have a whole lot of good secondhand bookshops, so I was happy to find something. So I went online and had a bit of more look around, checked Marketplace and some other secondhand bookshops and that, a couple of things that were online, and I did find one that did sell some Star Wars books for reasonably cheap. I say reasonably because it's Australia and even secondhand stuff is expensive here. Anyway, I did that pretty much right after I made that video a couple of weeks ago, and I just got the package today. So let's go through these Legends books that I got to add to the collection because I wanted to rebuild my Legends book collection because I didn't have a heap. I grew up in a very small country town that did not have a single bookshop. We had a public library though, and for whatever reason it did have a nice selection of Star Wars books. My dad also had a bit of a collection, so I read a lot of the standard ones, like the Heir to the Empire trilogy, which I'm rereading for the first time as an adult, really enjoying it. Also some of the Jedi Academy stuff, Courtship of Princess Leia, Vader's Glove, Fist, I can't remember what it was called, but stuff like that. So I decided to revisit some of the main ones though. And the first book is Star Wars New Jedi Order, Vector Prime. Now, if you didn't know, there is a YouTube channel called Holonet that is currently doing a bit of a documentary on the New Jedi Order book series. It's basically a collection of a bunch of interviews over the years all about this series, how it came to be, some of the authors involved, how it got off the ground, the state of the EU. It's fantastic. I've only listened to part 1, which was an hour or two. Part 2 was out. I've only listened to half of that, and part 3 came out a day ago, I think. Really, if you're interested in the EU, Legends, New Jedi Order series, check it out. It's fantastic. And I wanted to reread and get back into that series, so I got the first book, Vector Prime. Really looking forward to jumping into that. Now, I did try to diversify the stuff that I got, and so instead of just focusing on getting one series at a time, I'm sort of jumping around a little bit. So I decided to also get the first two books actually, in the Fate of the Jedi series, starting with Outcast by Aaron Alston, and then also picking up Omen by Christy Golden. Now, Christy Golden still writes Star Wars books in the new canon as well, so I'm actually excited to go back and read some of her older stuff. Now, this series, I remember, I don't think I ever read in its completion. This had about 9 books in the series, I think, and again, small country town, limited stock of books available to me, so I've read bits and pieces of this series, and I can't really remember what I have read and what I haven't read, so I'm excited to actually go back through the series as a whole and just really get back into it, really. So yeah, Outcast and Omen, first 2 books in Fate of the Jedi. And then the last 2 books are from a different series yet again. And the next series was Legacy of the Force, which starts out with Betrayal, followed by Bloodlines. So those are the ones I got. I'm really excited to jump back into these books. Like I said, I haven't read these since I was a teenager. I'm in my 30s now. I want to say that I read these maybe when I was 14, 15-ish, I'm not sure. I definitely haven't read Heir to the Empire since I was that age, and I'm really enjoying going back and reading that at the moment. I want to do more videos on the book side of Star Wars. I don't super know how to talk about books very well, so it'll be a bit of there'll be a bit of growing pains with it, but I'm looking forward to jumping back into that old Legends and EU section of Star Wars and just having a bit of a fun ride with it. But yeah, there's the books. Pretty happy about that. I have to do something with the lights in here. The ring light just washes everything out, I'm sorry. But yeah, those are the books I got. Pretty happy with it. Not super happy the price I paid for them. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I would... Look, I went into this thinking I would be able to find books for $5 a piece. And these were a bit more than that, but they were still cheaper than a brand new book off the shelf, so I'll just put it that way. But yeah, if you know of any resources out there that has a lot of older books and that for reasonably cheap, in Australia, that is, because I am located in Australia, I did find a site that was I think it was UK based, and they were selling books for $3 each, and then I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. And then when I was like, I'm gonna buy heaps of these and put them all into the thing, and then the shipping was $25 per book. per book. I was like, no, thank you. But anyway, I want to know recommendations for stuff that I should read in the EU and Legends. I do listen to some on audiobook through Audible. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back in and reading some of this stuff. Anyway, yeah, just a quick video to show off some of the books. When I finish reading Heir to the Empire, I want to do a video on that one and slowly work through that Zahn trilogy. I'll give you a teaser for that though. Hot take. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not vibing with him. I like the character, but I have thoughts. I don't know. Anyway, got a couple other videos in the works. I've got more stuff about leading up to Star Wars Celebration in the works. I've got some stuff about some new comic books going on, and another one about all the rumors out there about Star Wars at the moment, like what's in the pipeline and coming. I do believe there is a Star Wars Hasbro Black Series stream tomorrow, day after, somewhere around that. I was thinking about getting up and watching it live, but I believe it's going to be on at like 3 a.m. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Also, be proud of me. I'm trying to save for Celebration, and there was a sale on at EB Games Zing yesterday, and they had Black Series going out for like $5, and I didn't buy a single one. Very proud of myself. Mainly because they were all out of stock in the area, but still, yeah, I'm putting it down to my resilience. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this rambling and yapping, make sure you follow me here and over on TikTok, and may the force be with you. Always.